Hi guys, this is going to be my second segment, and this is going to be geared towards some of you who aren't completely familiar with motorcycles and riding them and using them as transportation. So I think that specifically getting into them is something good for a lot of us, because let's be quite honest, cars are not cheap, car insurance is really expensive. Yes, it can be dangerous, that is a fact, but I think that they are a very good means of transportation, they're very reliable, they don't cost a lot of money. And again, I'll go back into why I think Hondas are a very good choice when it comes to purchasing motorcycles and owning them and using them. But for starters, you're going to get really good gas mileage compared to most cars. Your average sedan, a four-door car, is going to get anywhere from in city like 15 to like 30 miles per gallon, somewhere in the 20s here or there, give or take. But with your average motorcycle, which holds an average tank, a motorcycle will get you at least a couple hundred miles for you to fill up. You usually get around like 40 to 50 plus per gallon. It really depends. The larger the motor, the better, or rather the worse miles per gallon you're going to get. And with a motor that is not as powerful, you will get better miles per gallon. And especially another thing that's important is insurance. You're going to get really good insurance costs when when you compare it to cars, especially things like liability. Like when you're first starting out, it might be a little bit more expensive, but you might find yourself down the road paying somewhere from like $20 to $30 per month for insurance on a motorcycle versus your average car, newer car, and that's even on something newer. It really depends on what you're using. Because on a newer car, you're gonna be paying anywhere from like a lot of us, especially younger people, like $200 to $300 per month, and that's really expensive. So if you compare that to something like $50 a month, it's a very big difference. You're saving a lot of insurance each year, and the gas. But going into some other things, again, I feel that Hondas are a very good choice to start with. They have a lot of different types of models you can purchase for yourself. You're not kind of stuck in one particular style of motorcycles. You can choose a lot of different things. Like for instance, again, their big showcase models are always the sport bikes, like as we would call crotch rockets, which would be a good choice for lots of people, but they're not for people that aren't very responsible and that are new to motorcycling. I think you're better off choosing one of either the slower models of those, like a 250cc, or like a 300 that's more common nowadays. And you could also get into things like standards. They're a really good choice as well. They're a lot more comfortable. They're very upright. The ergonomics are not so hunched over, and you're feeling uncomfortable when your back's hurting and stuff like that. And there's a lot of different types you can pick from there. And again, going back to, if any of you saw my previous segment, you get really good reliability with them. They're going to last you a long time. Change the oil, maintain the tires, maintain your brakes, things like that. They will last a very long time compared to some other motorcycle brands. Even though they're all very close these days, I think Honda is still the most reliable and best machine out of all the Japanese manufacturers that we have. And going back to performance as well, you're going to kind of get the best overall. You're not going to have the fastest one, but you're not going to have the slowest one. It's kind of like right in the middle. It does very well across the board when it comes to performance, the Hondas. And I think they're a really good choice for people that are starting to get into motorcycles. Thank you.